Welcome to DeFi Crypto today. Our topic today is Sifu's vision. Oh, the magical Sifu token. All right. This is Sifu, the controversial figure from Wonderland. As we recall, Wonderland token fell considerably after Sifu, who was the treasurer at the guy in charge of the treasury at Wonderland, after his identity was revealed. Okay, as we recall, he was involved in some scandal with the Canadian exchange, crypto exchange, and then he was condemned for a felony where he did some credit card fraud or something, and then he spent some time in jail. Anyway, so he served his time and all that stuff, but his identity was not revealed for a long time while he worked at Wonderland. And eventually he was doxxed with Daniele, and Daniele did not release that information on time, and blah, blah, blah. So after somebody outed him, he was removed from his position as treasurer at Wonderland. And since then, he's been working at creating his own project, which is called Sifu's Vision. And there's an article from the Defiant. This is an exclusive interview, and we're going to read some of it to understand what the project is about, and we're going to look at it. And it's up to you if you want to invest in this new project or not. It's interesting. So, as I say here, Sifu is back, and he's got a brand new bag now. They explain he was doxxed as Michael Patron, the co-founder of Canadian crypto exchange Quadriga CX. And that business basically folded with hundreds of millions of dollars lost. Now, it doesn't seem that he was directly responsible for that. The guy, the founder of the company, died. Some people claim he didn't die and whatever. Anyway, the money got lost, okay? But he was condemned for something else, okay, which was a credit card fraud problem. And he spent some time in jail for that, okay? So now this is gone. And after that, he was treasurer for Wonderland. And then he lost that job because people didn't like him. And now he decided to start this new project. The idea is that basically, despite all this mess, okay, and this extraordinarily bad PR thing at Wonderland, and a huge train wreck that happened at Wonderland, Sifu, or Michael, whatever you want to call him, is gifted for building a treasury. Okay, and we'll show you what I mean by that in a moment. The guy has some expertise in crypto and is good at building portfolios. And he wants to create a project that's going to give people the opportunity to share in his portfolio building skills. Okay, and that's the point of this Sifu's Vision project. I don't know if it's going to be successful. I don't know if anybody is going to want to invest in it. So far, some people did. Okay, the idea is that he created a new token called Sifu about a month ago. And there's going to be a maximum of 1 million tokens available. They're selling at around $100 a piece now, which means that there's potential to start with a capital of around $100 million if they manage to sell the 100 million those tokens, 1 million of those tokens. So and this is the project website, as we saw. There's not a lot of information on it. So what's the purpose of the Sifu token? And then it's got this little frog jumping up and down, I think. And it looks like what the frog is making money. And who's is managing the sale proceeds? That's going to be Sifu himself. Will there be a way to redeem? Apparently there will be, yes. Is any of that stuff I read online true? uh, no. And is this a DAO? Absolutely not. Okay. All right. So they've got a Discord, a Twitter, and this is where you can buy the token if you so wish. So let's go through some of the highlights of the interview. So they ask, what is Sifu's vision? They say passive growth without friction, mirroring the performance of my personal portfolio. So he's got his own personal portfolio, and we're going to have a look at it. We actually have the address, the Defiant provided us with that. So it says here, let's talk about the elephant in the room. How do you think the DeFi community will respond to this launch in light of the revelations about your past? It says, today is my first day waking up with nobody to reply on Twitter. No attacks. All recent attacks have been, I've received a ton of support on my side. I feel that the crypto Twitter is finally getting annoyed with the baseless FUD. And so after crying scam and failing to provide a single transaction ID or proof of blockchain transaction of evidence during this 7-week period, it's pretty transparent to me that these good Samaritan narcs cost investors money for their own benefits. So what he's saying is that a lot of people have been spreading rumors about him stealing money from Wonderland, and they have absolutely no proof of that. There's not a single transaction ID that proves that. Okay. And he says that all the money that went through his wallets was sent back to Wonderland, and that was used to for regular transaction purposes and everything. So no money was stolen according to it. Right. So that's what they're talking about here. They said there's been allegations that you stole assets from Wonderland, and it was an elaborate scam. What do you care to respond? Says people claim that I stole hundreds of millions or billions from Wonderland, despite all on-chain activity and statements from the team that everything was returned. There was around $500 million of Wonderland funds in my EOA when was doxed to the public, and even more before I was doxed to Danny. I always returned it, and all this is verifiable on-chain. I don't know any anons that would do this. So he claims that whatever funds were sent to his wallet were sent back to Wonderland. Okay, and not a penny was lost according to him. So they're talking about the major complaint from investors at Wonderland is that the so-called backing price was not defended with buybacks as promised. What went wrong there? He said we spent 9 figures, that's several $million, on buybacks. They continued until the day I was voted out. Most were done manually from my EOA. The rest were done through bots such as sushi limit orders, all verifiable on-chain. So a lot of people complain about buybacks, but they were done. So again, people like to complain, I guess. Now it says the Wonderland's rage quit window was open yesterday, so that was a couple of days ago. Was it a tactical move to launch Sifu's vision around the same time? It says it was intentionally delayed so as not to interfere with the Wonderland redemption process. I did not want to vampire attack Wonderland with my own swap portal. I've been pulling and investing the funds received since the pre-sale started last month. We are up 10%. Are there any safeguards in place to secure investors' fund, multi-sig, for instance? So there will be a setup so that funds are safe if anything happens to me. However, funds are not secured by any arbitrary smart contract. I'm free to quickly and discreetly invest in what I think is best. The app's performance should mirror that of my own portfolio. We earn together. I'll also be sharing trade ideas to the holders channel in Discord. So basically, he's going to use the funds the way he sees fit, whether you like it or not. And he wants to use the funds as if he's managing his own portfolio, and that's what the funds are supposed to reflect. Okay? So if his own portfolio is successful, the Sifu's Vision's portfolio will be successful as well. If it's not successful, then it won't be either. Okay, and then the website mentions redemptions. How will that work? The users will be able to swap their Sifu tokens for the backing value of ETH without vote delays or penalties on a quarterly basis. Finally, is Sifu's vision simply a do-over of Wonderlands without the so-called rebase aspect? And the answer was some sort of dancing animal here. It says so far $3 million were raised, and the price is around $118 at the moment. It says here that Sifu has a prolific track record as a DeFi investor and trader. He will be, but will his checkered past prove to be a deal breaker for investors? So if you look here, you click this link, you actually see his portfolio. See, there's over $62 million in his personal portfolio. So you see pretty much everything he's invested in. It's a big, very large number of projects. Some of them don't have a lot of money in them, but the top few have several million dollars each. And this is his wallet. You can see that he's got most of the money invested in Abracadabra, a lot of it in the UST MIM degen box. Okay, so you can see that here, and several other vaults over there. And all these vaults generate income. That's what's important here. Same thing on Uniswap V3. He's got several LPs in here to generate income and so on. These are GMX and Tokamak and everything, but everything else is getting a lot smaller. So the biggest one is Abracadabra and Uniswap. So you can have a look at that yourself. The link is in the description below, so you can check his wallet if you want to copy his investment strategies. And what's next? So they ask this guy, Matt Handerson. I'm not. So this guy, he seems to be related to Near Protocol and Auroral Near. Okay. And he seems to know Sifu pretty well. So he says here, we asked Matt Handerson, one of the largest holders of Sifu tokens and author of the aforementioned proposal. Over a period of 18 months, I've observed Sifu grow his personal capital from 3 million to 70 million. As an investor, I'm excited to hold the Sifu token both in terms of potential and what it reflects, that DeFi is truly a free market where everyone is free to participate and be judged on merit without prejudice. Now, the Defiant also reached out to Zach HBT, the blockchain sleuth to unmask Sifu, for comments, but they didn't get a response. And as a disclosure, the author of the article also bought some of the Sifu tokens. I guess he trusts them. All right, so this is Matt Anderson. This is Sifu's wallet, Twitter. So it's 60,000 followers. That's pretty amazing considering the scandal that we had recently. And this is where they talk about the interview. And this is the first time we see the link to Sifu's vision, which happened yesterday. So if you go there, you're going to get, okay, this is where you can buy the token if you wanted to. If you click on this, you get to Dex Screener. And this is the page on Uniswap where you could buy the token. I tried to buy the token today. The network is crazy busy. The gas fees are through the roof, around $50. So if you want to buy a single token around $120 right now, you're going to have to pay gas at least $50 to get this done. I tried to buy it with ETH. That didn't work. After 20 minutes, the transaction was still not successful. So I guess try to do it when the market's not too busy if you really feel like buying the token. Yeah, and anyway, I wasn't very successful on this either. Apparently, it might be easier if you have USDT to buy the token, the Sifu token with USDT than ETH. I tried that, but that didn't work for me either. Anyway, if you go on their Discord, there's an article. I'm putting the link in the description. from a guy called the Dragon, and he's answering from this guy. So how can we really make money in Sifu Vision? So he says, think of it like auto compounding rewards. You can redeem for backing quarterly without friction, no vote, exit tax, or any other drama. Just swap. And it says there's a million token, no more can be minted, no team allocation. Aiming for a minimum of 40% APR. Note, it's not an APY. Past 2 yearly performance was 20x increase on his personal wallet. So basically, Sifu and the people that back him believe in his expertise in building up portfolios. Okay, and they claim that for the last 2 years, performance was 20x increase, which is pretty good if it's all true. All funds used to buy tokens are being invested. Profits compound to increase backing. Quarterly redemption allows users to exit at this price while ignoring the free market price action. So Sifu takes 10% performance fee on profits before each quarterly redemption. All investments and trades after pre-sale will go through Sifu Vision ETH, where you can view every transaction. So they try to make it transparent, okay? So if you think he's Sifu scamming you, you can check the transaction at sifuvision.eth, all right? I will create a way for users to redeem for backing without delays, voting, penalty, or slippage. No staking, rebates, or other friction. Simply buy and hold the token until you're ready to sell. That's it. Nothing is set in stone in regards to opportunities. So it says, happy to reconsider in the future as things change. We are fluid. Current pairs are Sifu ETH and Sifu USDT. AVAX will be added later on, likely in weeks. No plans to add Phantom or Binance Smart Chain. Why difference in price between Sifu ETH and Sifu USDT? Sifu ETH LP moves with the price of ETH. When you see it too high for this reason, I suggest trading Sifu USDT. So that gives you an idea of the way the Sifu token is going to work and how the investments are going to work. Okay, you can, go in general here and ask any question you want. Okay, they'll help you out. All right, so that's it for this video. If you like this kind of stuff, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. Download the free book. All you have to do is put your name, your email address, and hit the submit button. Then you get a big fat button that says download the free book. If you miss that button, don't worry. We're going to send you an email with another big fat button that says download the free book. And if you don't want to download the free book, you go to Amazon. You pay $5.99 to Jeff Bezos, and Jeff will send me $1. See ya.